So I was in the market for a new microphone, so I asked the person that I always reach out to if I want some sound advice, my good friend Alan from SoundSpeeds. He's a Hollywood sound pro and a YouTuber, and he told me that he knew just the company that might be able to help me out, and it's a company called Deity. This tiny mic is a brand new lavalier microphone that Deity has been working on for a while. See, here's the thing, I see many YouTubers out there that fall into two different camps. Either they take their production standards to the stratosphere and buy the very best that money can buy, or they spend like no money on their audio and their videos sound like they were recorded on a hot dog. But what if you want something that sounds like the big boys but you don't have the money? Well, Deity might be able to help you. In all transparency, Deity did send this V.Lav for me for free to try out, and they said I could keep it if I really liked it, and I really do. One thing you'll notice about the V.Lav is that it's very small, but that's not that special because all lavs are pretty small. It sports a cable that's 5 meters, which is a pretty long leash to work with, but if it seems too long for what you're doing, you can always put some of the excess in like your back pocket or something. It has a really nice build quality. It's a strong filling cable, and the mic is a nice metal material. It captures sound in an omnidirectional pattern, which means from all directions, but I find it sounds best when it's pointed from the top of the mic towards your mouth. That way it kind of gets that full frequency of your voice. What's great about a lav is that you can hide them in plain sight. Like I have mine right there, but you would never know that. And if they're a good quality lav like this one, they sound great too, which to my ear, it sounds pretty great. What I think is so great about the V.Lav is the sound that it produces is just really clear and crisp. And you get that impressive sound at just $50, which is a really good deal in my opinion. Also, the lav will plug into almost anything on the Deity website. You can get a list of all the different products that they've tested it with, and they found that it works well. And it works with all of my cameras. It works with the GH5, it works with the G7, and it works with my Canon T7i as well. Just keep in mind though, just because a microphone works when it plugs into your camera, it doesn't mean it's going to sound at its maximum potential, because a lot of cameras don't have a good preamp built in. If you run into that issue with your camera, then you might want to get like an external audio recorder and then just sync the audio from the recorder and your camera in post. I have just a few more things. The V.Lav is what Deity is calling the world's first real smart lav. They call it that because of the small piece at the bottom that allows this lav to work with a lot of different devices. Other lavs might require some sort of adapter depending on what you're trying to hook it into, but this one uses 2 small batteries to make that switch dynamically for you, and they claim that the batteries last over 800 hours, which is a lot. And lastly, Deity includes with the V.Lav an additional foam windscreen, a faux fur windshield, which is good when you're using the mic outside and in the wind, and a tie clip, a carrying pouch, and batteries. I do really like the V.Lav. I think it's just a steal at just $50. But I did run into a couple of issues. First off, the mic clip that clips the V.Lav to my shirt. In fact, I have it clipped right now underneath my shirt. That clip broke. But I reached out to Deity with this feedback, and not only did they give me a new clip, but they also decided to change that clip on the V.Lav moving forward. So now you're gonna get a much more durable clip. It's like a metal and like stronger plastic feeling thing. It feels like it's much more durable. But then I ran into a different issue with the V.Lav, where when I was recording with it, I would hear my voice, but then kind of underneath it, I'd be hearing like this staticky white noise, and it just kind of messed up the crispness of the mic. I then reached out to Deity again. I sent them some samples of what I was hearing, and they said, oh yeah, that's not right. And they sent me out a new V.Lav to test further. And that's what you're hearing me through right now. I got the replacement V.Lav a little while ago, and I think it just sounds so much better. I'm definitely very thankful to Deity for sending me out a replacement. And that even gave me a chance to try out their new mic clip as well and have it clipped on my undershirt under this shirt. I'm just guessing that the first one I got was just a dud, but I did ask them point blank, what should somebody do if they ran into a similar issue that I ran into? And they basically said, just work with whoever you bought it from and have them replace it. They do not want you to get a dud. They want you to get one that's great, like this one right here. Keep in mind that the first V.Lav that I received was an early unit, I really doubt that you're gonna run into any of the issues that I ran into. From my experiences talking to Alan and talking to Deity, they really seem like a company that, for me, I can trust. They're really open to feedback. They're a company that's all about trying to improve their products and just get better and better and better. And by the way, I'm not getting paid by Deity to say this. This is just kind of how I see it. Before, when I was on the couch, you were hearing the V.Lav under my shirt, and now you're hearing it over my shirt, and it still sounds really good. But Alan told me if you ever put a lav under your shirt, you might want to raise some of the frequencies around 3000K to 5000K, and if you know what that means, and basically what that will do is add some of the highs that are getting taken out from it being under your shirt. And Deity makes some other mics too that I think are really cost effective when you compare them to other mics in the same classes. And the first one that I'm going to show you that I borrowed from Alan is the V-Mic D3. It's a small shotgun mic that sits on top of your camera, and it's kind of like the equivalent, if you ever heard of the Rode Video Mic Pro. And to my ears, it actually sounds better because it's a more kind of realistic sound. I kind of find that the Rode microphones typically have like a heavier bass sound, and I'm not so much a fan of that. When I'm doing talking head stuff like this, I like to use shotgun mics, which Deity has another option, which is this one. It's called the S-Mic 2, and you're hearing it right now. It's a bit pricey at about 350 bucks, but all I can say about it is I've been using it for a little bit. Alan let me borrow it, and I really like it. I want to give a warm thank you to my good friend Alan from SoundSpeeds, because not only did he set me up with Deity to try out the V.Lav, but he also loaned me some mics, including the one you're hearing me through right now, so I could show you guys those, and he also showed me how I could hide a lav so you couldn't see it through the camera. He's a great guy, and he runs a YouTube channel called SoundSpeeds, and if you're interested, he reviewed each of the mics that I showed you today in detail. He even took the S-Mic shotgun mic into the shower to show you how durable and like kind of waterproof it is. It was kind of a crazy video.
And do this kind of thing right here with the microphone. This is actually the worst possible condition. Actually, you know what?
You should definitely check out his channel if you're into quality sound, because he's like an audio guru. He's worked on some major Hollywood productions, and his channel is all about helping you get better sound. Links to all of his videos are below in the description, and we even did a collab a while back where I kind of helped him find a new computer for editing his videos, and you can find that video right here. And thank you to Deity for letting me show off the V.Lav and also letting me keep it. I've been hunting for a mic for a while that I could use when I'm not in the studio, and now I finally have one. If you want to take your audio to the next level for 50 bucks, I think the Deity V.Lav is just kind of a no-brainer. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you thought of this video with a like or a dislike, and if you really liked it, please subscribe, because I have more reviews like this one coming up very soon. Thanks again, and I guess I will see you next time when the search for awesome continues.